Hi, my name is Karen Grant. I'm a licensed massage therapist. I'm the owner and operator of The Cherishing Place, and I have created a system called the Joy Coaching System, which is 15 modules, a step-by-step journey into joy, a journey with joy. And by using all 5 senses, we access the divine senses and go and move through lower vibration emotions into higher vibrations emotions. The Healer's Touch method is something that I have been using in my own home as a massage therapist with my own clients, helping to connect clients creatively and consciously to Christ. This is a Christ-centered program, and it is to access the 6th sense, which is the spiritual sense. And so as I have maneuvered through the years, being a single mom, starting out writing songs when I was 15, and then combined all of my favorite things into a protocol to bless hearts, to minister to souls, to bless the wounded and the weary and the sad at heart, and just to even give a simple relaxation session is what the Healer's method is for. The Healer's Touch method is for. Okay, so I want to share with you a little bit about why I created this session, this method. The Healer's Touch method originated in the year 2001 when I was going through my own depression and not knowing what to do about that and not knowing how to handle feelings of sadness and deep repressed emotion lodging in my cells. I knew that I did not want to go on antidepressants. I knew that I wanted a Christ-centered therapy. I knew that if I had faith and I could access through my faith my belief in a higher power, in a divine creator, I knew that I could overcome my sadness. That sadness happened to be situational. I went through a marriage that ended and then through a quick rebound, and so found myself one day being pelted by 2 phone calls from 2 former husbands. And by the end of those 2 phone calls back and forth, I really felt like I was a crummy person, and I felt really discouraged. So I went and I began to pray, and as I prayed, I saw in my mind's eye a very white, ethereal white state in my mind. And now I have since been reading the book called The Spiritual Anatomy of Emotion. And in that book, like in the very first chapter, it talks about those who report having experienced an experience with seeing a very white world in their mind, where it became very white and ethereal and peaceful, and where they might have been deeply depressed or sorrowful before, this was a place of peace and rest. You can find that acknowledgement in the spiritual, the 6th sense, the spiritual anatomy of human emotion. Well, I didn't know that that was scientifically proven that that could happen. I just know that it did happen. And that while I was in that state resting on my bed, that I went from depression into a place of perfect peace. And as I saw that white, ethereal, just blanket of peace in my mind, it was not tainted by any other feeling, emotion, or visual stimulus or picture. I did see the presence of 3 ministering angels, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, and a woman that I did not recognize. And as they ministered to me, I could hear them just talking to me. And they told me, not audibly of course, but just in very clear sentences, that I would do a work with helping those who had broken hearts. And that it would be a very important work, that I was supposed to use it first for myself, first and foremost, my sisters, my mother, and then it would move on, and it would bless other women and men and children in the world. They gave me the names of oils, and they gave me the names of the songs for both the Healer's Touch sessions and Divine Essence sessions. So by the end of that little place of peace, I had 18 names of songs and oil blends that I knew needed to be coupled together in order to create a place of peace and safety and emotional security for myself and for my loved ones, and eventually for my massage clients and on, to extend to those of you who are not in my proximity. So that was a very, very moving experience for me, and it changed my life. At 15 years of age, I had an experience where I was granted the gift of songwriting. And from the age of 15 on till present time, I've been writing songs. And those songs have now been actually cataloged and put on a USB drive called the Joyful Heart, which is the Silver Heart USB drive, so that those who are working with those who are grieving can put the USB drive into their computer, download all of the songs, and have a library of joy coaching songs to use in their grief coaching sessions, joy coaching sessions, in their work as massage therapists, body workers, whatever their choice of profession is. This is something that is kind of, we all came to bring a gift to the world, and I realize that this gift isn't for everybody, but for those who are seeking a Christ-centered approach to mending their broken hearts, this is my gift to you. It is all the songs I've written as I've journeyed through my life, as a young mother, as a single mother, writing lullabies for my children. There's musical meditations and instrumentals and all of that. I'd like to give reference to Dean Kalan, who arranged probably 80 to 75% of the songs, to Jared Osman, who sang on some of the songs. Dean Kalan also sang on some of the songs I've recorded at the Brunson Brothers Studios, Top of the World Studios, and Jared Osman Studios, in performing these labors also at Pritis Music. And special thanks to Rick Pritis, who has helped me a lot in my journey with joy and in getting that out there for those of you who feel kindred spirits to this kind of a mission. I don't believe that joy coaching or grief coaching is for everyone. Joy coaching I created to take the grief out of coaching, but I don't believe it is for everyone, and so I'm going to give that disclaimer right from the start. If you don't want a Christ-centered approach, there are other approaches out there that are very new age and can assist you in your process of healing from emotional disruption and painful experiences in your lives. But I felt specifically called to do a work for those who do believe in a higher power, who do believe in a divine creator, and know that without that higher power, without that divine creator, without an atonement from Jesus Christ, there is no lasting healing. And for those of you who have and share that belief system, regardless of the denomination, religious denomination that you belong to, that is not of importance to me. What is of importance is that we are gathering those together who are interested in saying, okay, the rest of the world can have the world, but we know that we need a Savior, and we know that we need healing to come through His wings. I believe that the essential oils are a similitude of the lifeblood of the Savior Jesus Christ. That these little flowers and herbs and plants and spices and florals and citruses, all of these types of plants have yielded up their lifeblood in order to help us be made whole, whether that's a physical healing we need, an emotional or spiritual rejuvenation that we need. I believe that similitude. And so for me and to me, the oils are very sacred. As you may know, that in the olden days and in ancient times, when an Indian stepped on a blade of grass, he thanked that blade of grass for giving up its life to be a cushion for his feet. When an Indian caught a fish, he thanked that fish before he partook of it, and thanked that fish for offering up its life. For me, the oils have always been sacred, and for me, it hurts my heart to see if there's ever any contention about oil wars going on, because I believe that all of God's creations are blessed, and that all of God's creations can be purified and instilled with vibration that can interrupt those negative cyclical thought patterns and negative toxic loops that we all find ourselves spiraling through living in today's world. So, I introduce to you the Healer's Touch method, and hope and pray that it will reach those who have a place in their heart and in their life to receive it. This is the advanced training for the Healer's Touch method. The method itself, although this is module 1, the method itself will be used through the rest of the 14 modules. And you will do the same method, performing the same 9-point protocol, or the variations on that 9-point protocol. And also, those who are using Aroma Touch and who are certified in Aroma Touch can also use the Healer's Touch music and substitute out those oils if they wish and use that same protocol. This session is a face-up program. We do it with a person mind face up because I have muscle testing and assessment to do as I am giving a session. As well, there is some eye connection that is involved, and that visual that comes when you connect to someone eye to eye and eye contact. It's very important in a healing session. So thank you. I hope you enjoy what you're about to learn.